It is when people go onto these social media platforms and they just treat it like a sales page. Like people love buying things, right? Like we do. Humans love to buy things. We love to go to the supermarket and buy things. We love to go shopping for all sorts of things, right? But here's the thing, we hate being sold to. We love to buy things, but we hate being sold to. So when you go onto these social media platforms and you just start selling, people get turned off by it. They don't want to listen because they've gone onto social media, not necessarily to buy something, but to maybe be social, maybe to be entertained, and they're not necessarily there to buy things. However, this is changing a little bit. There's now a social media platform, I think it's called Whatnot. Has anyone heard of Whatnot? It's like an up and coming one at the moment. So Whatnot is a little bit like, you know how on TikTok people sell things? So you can go on TikTok and you can literally shop on there and there's someone stood there selling things. Well, that's what Whatnot is. It is that, but it is just a selling platform. So I think that this kind of selling is going to be even more in the future. However, it's still people are using these platforms for um, connection, sharing things. So it's called what I think it's called Whatnot. It's got like a bright, similar colors to Rebel. It's like bright yellow with black text. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. This is not the goal. You post about your product or service, you go viral, customers come and you make loads of money. Like, this is what most people think your social media strategy should be. But the chances of going viral are so slim. Like, I couldn't even tell you the number of posts that I've done on social media. It is a crazy, crazy number. And I've only ever gone viral once. I was gonna show up here and say I've never gone viral because when I built this slide, it had never happened. But it is just luck. It's just a luck. There is no strategy behind it. Like there are certain things that might work, but it is purely luck whether you're going to go viral or not. So we don't want to be counting on that stuff because it may never happen. So what we want to do is we want to do this instead. We want to find your target customer. We want to engage with them, have a conversation. Tell them about what you do, send them an offer, and then follow up. This is the thing that we want to use social media for. It is about having conversations, it is not about creating content. What do you think the picture should be? So you'll need to upload a picture. What do you think should the picture should be? Karen straight away says a logo, a company logo. Lisa says yourself. I thought that said Yusuf then. I thought you were gonna be posting pictures of Yusuf on yours. So people are arguing whether it should be logo or picture of yourself or the product. So, what I would say is the best thing to do is to put a picture of yourself. I know that not everybody is going to want to do this, and for some of you, you're going to use a logo if you don't want your face to be seen. However, would you rather talk to an account that has a picture of a person or a picture of a logo? You now, as a person, would you rather talk to someone who has a picture or has a logo? And never mind, would you rather talk to? Which one do you think is more likely to reply to you? So what you're going to do is you're going to put a picture of your lovely face if possible, or if not, stick a logo in there, but I highly recommend your face. And then you're going to choose your name, or your business name is going to be like the main bit in there. And then there is going to be a business handle. It might be your name, it might be your business. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put a bio in there. So your bio needs to say what you do and who it's for in under 2 lines. You can add a unique benefit, something like handmade in Yorkshire. Use things that people might search for. So when someone thinks about what you do, what I like to do is I like to think like, what would someone be searching for? And I'd be the option that comes up. That's the kind of stuff that you want to put in your bio. What should I post on these social media platforms? Well, first things first, do you remember doing the why, what, how last week? Do you remember that? Let me know in the chat. Do you remember doing the why, what, how last week? Not last week. It was, I mean, it was probably 3 weeks ago, so maybe you don't remember doing it. We've got some yeses. Fantastic. So what I want you to do is I want you to go back to that and to see what you wrote for that. Because what we can do is we can turn that into our very first post. So remember what we did last week is we did the hypnotherapy, and we did the what, which is what it is that you do. So you're a certified hypnotherapist who helps people with stress and anxiety. And then after doing the what, we can then figure out what the why is. So what if anxiety didn't ruin your life anymore? So that was your customer's why. So why does it matter to your customer and something that's going to help connect with you? And then the how is book your first session today and receive 20% off if you start before the end of February. So that was the structure that we did for the why, what, how. And because you've already done this stuff, like you've pretty much already got a post. So you can turn this piece of into a piece of content. So this piece that you did a few weeks ago, you could turn into a piece of content. So here is an example of how that might look. I've taken hypnotherapy and I've turned it into a LinkedIn post. So the post says, in case you can't see it, no one wakes up wanting hypnotherapy. They wake up wanting to feel calm, stop overthinking, not to let anxiety ruin the day. That's where I come in. I'm a certified hypnotherapist helping people reduce stress and anxiety by working at a subconscious level through guided sessions. If anxiety has been in control for too long, it doesn't have to stay that way. Ready to feel different? Let's book in a call. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about here is a little bit advanced. So if you are brand new to social media and you've not been posting, this stuff is going to go over your head a little bit and you're going to go, oh my God, I can't do this. If you are new to it, this bit might not be for you. This is for my people who are showing up and maybe they're not getting the results that they want yet. Okay? Cool. So these are the different types of content that you want to be hitting when you're using social media. And this is kind of new-ish to me as well. And what I realized that I was doing on my social media and the reason I wasn't making any sales is because I was only doing one of these types of content instead of doing a few different ones. So what I was doing is I was regularly storytelling and I was which other one? Connection and personal. So the three that I was hitting was storytelling, connection, and personal. And I wasn't doing any of the others. So people didn't even really know that I was selling because I was showing up to social media with the idea like you don't sell on social media, but actually you do need to sell when the time is right. So these are the type of content that you can post. There is the authority post. So that's the kind of thing that teaches them something. Maybe it shows off your knowledge in the field. Maybe it's some facts about something to do with what it is that you're doing. The next one is social proof. So, Simon in his bio said that he did a TED talk. That would be classed as social proof. So this is like the results of what it is that you do. This is your testimonials, your case studies. Actually, the TED Talk thing will go in the authority bit, I think. Or one of them, whichever. It doesn't really matter. And then the next one is tell a story. So this could be a problem that you've solved, a struggle that you've faced, lessons that you've learned. But the thing with this stuff is I want you to relate it to your business, your customers. Like it has to be relatable to that in some kind of way. Not exactly, but it kind of has to make sense to those customers. So there's no point in me posting about baggage fees and it going viral because it doesn't really mean anything. But what that did do was it was a bit of connection. So that was just supposed to be a connection post for people to see the kind of person that I am and that I think outside the box. So we've got tell a story, authority, social proof. Then it could be an opinion or myth busting post. So opinions do really well on social media, but I need you to be aware that if you have opinions on social media, there are going to be people who disagree with your opinions. But here's the thing, like we are not here to be liked by everybody because in the same way that not everybody is your customer, people aren't going to like you and we just kind of need to get over that. And it can be quite it can be quite scary showing up on social media. Do you think on a post about shipping a bag to Scotland, do you think there'd be any negative comments on that? On a Facebook post about shipping clothes to Scotland, do you think there'd be any negative stuff? This was on Facebook. Yeah, there was negative posts. Yeah, there's always a troll, you're right. But what does it mean if someone's commenting on my stuff? Engagement, yeah. So whenever someone posts, even if it's something negative, I go, thank you. Thank you so much. I had all kinds of people saying stuff. I had someone said, "Oh, I bet she's a fun date. Does she even bring her own food?" I was like, "That's a bit random." I had all sorts, like all sorts of negative things. People telling me about how much fuel costs, people telling me that I shouldn't be protesting baggage fees and what I should be protesting instead. I had all sorts. But it means that there's engagement. And actually, people will say anything because they're hidden behind a keyboard. And you need to not take this stuff to heart. If you're showing up on social media, people are going to say bad things. They are going to say things, and it's not going to be nice. But I just see it as a positive. I'm like, woohoo, that means more engagement. If people start arguing on my posts, fantastic. I love that. So here is your mission, your rebel mission today. Number one, just going through the structure of today, choose your one social media platform and give yourself a deadline to do this as well. Like, I want this homework done by next week. So by the time you're seeing Simon again on Monday, I want you to have this down. So choose the one social media platform. Number two is put something on it, whether it's a video, a post, a story, just get something on there so that when you start having those conversations, there is something on there about what it is that you do, maybe using your why, what, how to create that post because you've already done the work. So just get it on there. Number three is reach out to 10 people. Yes, 10 people. I want you to have 10 conversations finding your customer. Maybe it's in groups. If it is Facebook groups that you're going to go down the route that you're going to go down, I want you to find 10 groups that you think your customer might be in. And then I want you to end up with five that are really good and just have conversations in them really regularly. Number four is post a video in the Facebook group. If you have done it already, amazing. I'm going to go and have a look now. If you haven't done it yet and you want to do it before you go to sleep, even if it's like you're getting into bed, so, you know, just a little thing in your face, you are on. I'm going to go in a Facebook group now to see if anyone's done it. Do is if you create a post, tag Rebel in it, and what might happen is they might story, which of course Simon is back next week with some more amazing content for you.